Here we go.
Welcome, everybody, to the One Reno Time podcast. I am your host today, Adrian Hernandez, taking over for Michael Zuber. But today is actually a video that I'm gonna be a little selfish about because I got some selfish questions that I want to ask Michael Zuber, but I know you will all benefit from. And as we all have seen this channel evolve, right, from no subscribers to over 50,000 subscribers, and I think running to be the #1 real estate podcast on YouTube. I personally believe that. However, what I want to dive into is how Michael did it without editing any videos. I know for me, like one thing that holds me back is like I'll film a video and it never gets published because I'm thinking about the editing. I'm thinking about the beginning. Do I need a crazy intro? And Michael, you've built an amazing channel without editing any videos. I'm curious to know how you did it, number one, and it's some tips and tricks that you can share with us to help us, overcome that whole
Yeah.
editing for persona.
So I think there's a couple of things. I think there's a journey, right? Because again, no editing, 5 years, 13,000 videos. So I've got some at bats. So the
13,000?
13,000, yeah,
Wow.
13,000. So the first thing I would tell you, especially if you're just starting, you need at bats. It's like practicing a golf swing. I would not worry about editing anything for the first 100 videos. You're trying to find your voice. You're going to try things and it's going to work. It's not going to work. If frankly, wasting money on an editor in the first 100 videos is a mistake, in my opinion. You got to figure out what you want to talk about, what the audience resonates with. You need to practice looking at the camera. Um, you need to focus on value. In the beginning, for me, it's sound, then camera, then lights, then thumbnail, then title, right? Because there's a process to all this. But in the very beginning, when you're sub 400 subs, just record and publish.
Hmm.
Spending money on an editor is pointless. Nobody's going to watch the first, 100. You're not
Right.
going to know who you are in the first 100. So just at bats, just keep going. And the other thing I would tell you is what I've noticed with 13,000 videos is you can do short. I like to do short videos myself, like short meaning 4 to 15 minutes. One topic, one video, done. The other thing is if you want to do a long format, I think you have to do it podcast style like we're doing here, you and a guest, so you can riff on each other. And
Right.
I think all of those should not be edited. When you get to a certain size, if you want to do what the big boys do and clip out a couple of things and create that 30-second hook, by all means. But again, you don't have to do that for the first 50. It's about practice and interview questions and riffing on each other and not talking over each other. All the things that I have been horrible at and only incrementally better now and will be better tomorrow. Right. So I think there's a couple of things. The other thing that really blew up my channel, and I'm so grateful for, is I have 13 or 14 millionaires that come back. You and I talk 9 a.m. Wednesday morning.
Right.
And 5 out of 6 weeks. And we don't prep for this. We don't do anything. We get on for 60 seconds and go, what's going on in your world? What's going on in mine? And we talk about it. We try to move the ball forward because we talk about real stuff. So what I would tell you to do, no matter what your subject is, classic Ford Mustangs, basket weaving, swimming, whatever it is, go find 2 or 3 other people that do that also and schedule weekly calls. It's just so easy to talk to somebody else who has experience in that. And then the last thing I would tell you to worry about or don't worry about is monetization.
Hmm.
In the beginning, it'll just drive you crazy because you need
Right.
1,000 subs and 400 or 4,000 watch hours or whatever it is.
Right.
It doesn't matter. As you get to a point where you have AdSense, and I've had AdSense as high as $10,000 in a month. When you really understand AdSense, it's the smallest piece of your empire, right? I have books, I have courses, I have affiliates, I have swag. AdSense is a rounding error in everything else. So what I would tell you to treat YouTube is marketing. And the beauty for a guy like you're being paid to market. Look at your marketing budget. You got 40, 50, 80,000 bucks going out. What if your marketing paid you? Oh my God, my marketing paid me $1,000. Great.
Right.
I'll just run $1,000 in ads. So
So good.
there's a lot. I really do think most people are like you, where they have all this great ideas, they have all this passion, they have this interest, but they get lost in the editing.
Right.
Folks, don't edit a video for the first 100. Just get it bats.
So good. You mentioned 5 things. You mentioned lighting, sound. What can you go through that again?
Yeah, so I think sound is number one. Like I record even today, nearly 60,000 subs, 13,000 videos. I record the daily financial news 5 days a week off my phone with a wired microphone on purpose to show people that it could be done.
So good.
Sound is number one. Next is camera, right?
Okay.
Um, I went ahead and spent some big money. I'm currently looking through a Blackmagic with a crazy lens, but get a better camera. So the focus, right, is good. Then lighting, right? Every room has lighting, so you can position yourself, but eventually get lights. I have a light here and a light here, kind of brightening up this space. Then it's thumbnails, right? Thumbnails is like the wrapper, like a gift wrap. And then
Okay.
lastly, for me, is the title,
Title.
right? And we learned this at Grow with Video, and something I've adopted recently is shorter titles, the better.
Hmm.
Then it gets into description and all of those other things. But yeah,
Right.
it's don't overcomplicate it. Your goal as you're starting is 100 videos. What better way to do that 100 videos than I would challenge somebody like you, because you have all the experience, you're really doing this business. You should do 100 videos in 100 days. I mean, think about this.
Love
You
that.
could do a video every morning. All right, guys, this is what's on my schedule. Blah, 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 blah. That's what we're doing. I got a buyer's appointment at this time. I got this, I got that, I got this, I got that. And then tomorrow morning, all right, folks, let me remind you of what happened yesterday. Ding, 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 blah, blah, blah. This is what we're doing tomorrow. Blah, 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 blah. And then, oh, by the way, Saturday or Sunday. Keep going. Don't take days off. All right, folks, it's Saturday morning. I'm up early. The kid's still sleeping. I gotta take care of myself. I'm gonna go for a bike ride, gonna do a family lunch, blah, 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 blah. Record 100 videos, 100 days in a row.
So good. I freaking love that. I love that. But I want to trailer back a little bit. So somebody listening to this, Zuber, I don't have $1,000 to spend on a camera. I don't have $1,000 to spend on a mic, right? There it is, guys.
You have a phone, most of you do, and the mic. I have a mic that was like $25 on Amazon. It's a wired mic. Why is it a wired mic? Because the unwired mics were hundreds of dollars.
Right.
And oh, by the way, I'm freaking old and I didn't want to deal with charging and batteries and all this other nonsense. I could put the wired mic in my pocket and go anywhere with it.
So good.
Just don't
So
you
good.
guys are overthinking it.
So good. I say that because early on, I remember overthinking it to the extreme, and I went and put a camera on my credit card, and I was trying to pay for it, and I never used it. I never used it. It was so overcomplicated, right? Let's tailor back a little bit. Also, let's talk about the thumbnail. Easy way for people to create a thumbnail. What would you say?
So again, you go back on my channel. There are templates out there that you could use. Again, in the first 100 videos, here's the deal. First 100 videos, don't worry about a thumbnail.
I
What will
love it.
happen when you upload the video is it will give you 3 choices. One, move on.
So
Doesn't
good.
matter. If you want to spend a little bit of money, I have used vidIQ as a recommendation from Sean Cannell, Think Media. And inside vidIQ today, if you scroll down, AI will auto-generate a thumbnail.
Mm,
So a lot
there
of
you go.
thumbnails you see on my channel the last 30 days are AI generated. And then what you do is you could change the words, you can do this or that. But in the beginning, don't worry about it.
So good.
Record, upload, pick, move on.
So good. So good. You guys, for those of you overcomplicating it, it is much simpler than it needs to be. I've learned that from Zuber, just seeing this channel explode, seeing the hundreds and thousands of views he gets from his videos. And there's nothing crazy about them, right? It's shoot, record, post, right?
Done.
So good. I love it. Zuber, what else would you say for somebody overcomplicating it? Maybe taking it to the extreme, just simplifying it for those out there.
The biggest thing I want people to see from me and my channel is I chase impact, not income.
Mm.
On YouTube, that's a big deal because if you want to chase income, you preach fear, doom, crash, the world is ending. And all that comes from that is, yeah, you, a content creator, will blow up. You'll make a lot of money. You see them all over here, but
Yep.
you will basically tell your audience to do nothing.
Wow.
And I know very few things in life, but doing nothing leads to nothing. And
So
you don't go anywhere.
good.
So,
So good.
and again, the thing that I want the people in my world, I want you to realize that YouTube is just like our real estate portfolio, slow and steady, slow and steady, slow and steady.
Mm.
And if you're chasing impact, you will undoubtedly get to a point where you are positively impacting thousands of people every single day. And let me just tell you, that is an amazing feeling. And then, oh, by the way, if income is your thing, income shows up, right? I've done over 7 figures on this one rental at a time thing, and I have no idea what I'm doing. But it's because I chased impact over income. It will eventually show up.
So good. I freaking love that. I absolutely love that. And you know, you guys don't do it for the clickbait. Don't do it for the, you know, I see so many people do that, right? They hop on, they're following the clickbait. And as Michael Zuber said, right, it's not timing the market, it's time in the market. It's not timing YouTube, it's time in YouTube.
Correct.
So
Yeah,
good.
and impact is, and
Love
again,
it.
I've been around long enough. I know a couple of guys with over 500,000 subs that went negative, made a gazillion dollars, and now they're miserable, and their
Right.
channels are falling off because the game ends.
Yeah.
Your audience will figure it out eventually that you don't know what the hell you're talking about and you're a
Yep.
fraud.
Yep. And it ruins your brand. It ruins your
Oh,
brand.
yeah.
How do
I
you
mean,
come
what
back from that?
you can on YouTube. And here's the deal: stuff on YouTube never leaves. People will find it.
Oh, most definitely.
Oh yeah.
Most definitely.
So
It's kind
crazy.
of cool. I look back at some of the videos I made in 2015 and I'm like, wow, wow, how did I
The little
age so
time
fast?
capsule.
How did I age so fast, Zuber? How did these,
It's called
how
kids,
did
man.
this?
It's kids.
I love it. I love it. You guys, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. If you know anyone that is struggling with posting on YouTube, if you know anyone that is overcomplicating it, but you know that they have a passion in doing this, share this video with them. Make sure they're subscribed to Zuber's channel. Go all the way back down. One thing I've been doing, I've been going all the way back down to Zuber's first videos, seeing how he did it, right? It's awesome to see because it's the journey, right? Don't overcomplicate it. You guys can do it. But before you leave this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Zuber, we appreciate you.
I appreciate you, brother. Take care.
Thank you, Michael.